So Kakamega Senator Boni Khalwale conducted an online poll asking Kenyans that which politicians should President William Ruto team up with in order to secure his re-election bid in the 2027 elections. And among those he featured in his online poll Kithure Kindiki, Raila Odinga, and Musalia Mudavadi. So in this poll, 38,684 participated, and out of these, I can see that the Ruto Kindiki ticket performed poorly. So according to this online poll by Boni Khalwale, those who prefers Ruto Kindiki are 8%, and then the Ruto Raila ticket is preferred by 14%, and Ruto Mudavadi got 3%. And the shocking is this, none of the above got 75%. So the majority here is the 70% who they don't prefer either of Ruto Kindiki, Ruto Raila, and Ruto Mudavadi. So this is just, and in this poll, we have 38,684 online users who participated. A clear indications that it is heavier. It is a tough road ahead for President William Ruto. So for me, I think Ruto is not going to go with Kindiki in 2027 elections, and some of the reasons Ruto is not going to pick Kindiki is because he knows that he has lost the mountain and he is not going to go with anybody from the mountain. This is a sure bet, and this is coming from me, and I know it is going to happen. Ruto is not going to pick his deputy from the Mount Kenya region. So for Kindiki, it is going to end before the 2027 elections, and Ruto is going to look the other side. I see people are talking about Gladys Wanga, and I don't think that Gladys Wanga is going to give much to Ruto, and that ticket, to me, it is not going to work. It is not going to work. So I don't know what to think about this, but the 70% who voted no to these tickets is a clear indications that they are not prefer Ruto with any other. You see, if Ruto Raila got 14%, this is to show that, and remember, Raila is so influential. So this shows that they are so done with this ticket. They are so done that even if Ruto goes for anybody from Nyanza apart from Raila Odinga, then it is not going to also work for President William Ruto. So for me, I think that the only thing that the mistake that Ruto is doing is this. Ruto wants to play politics. He has been playing politics before the 2022 elections. After the elections, after he was announced the winner, Ruto continued to play politics, and this is what he is aiming to do. I don't think that he has a plan, or he has plans to do something that people will use to vote for him in 2027. Ruto wants to play politics up to the 2027 elections. That's why we have the likes of Akina Sudi telling us that, oh, we are not going to let this thing go. We are going to top up votes. You see the other day, the likes of Kina Faruk Kibet making some controversial statement, and now Faruk Kibet is all over campaigning for President William Ruto. So I think they are so aware that the Kenyans are so done with them, and that they will have to use any other means. They will have to use what it takes for them to secure the re-elections in 2027 elections. Or what is your preference? Do you have any other person that you say that in case Ruto picks this individual, I'm going to vote for President William Ruto? Do we have that one person that you feel like if Ruto is going to pick this person, then he is going to make a good coalition, and that maybe it will help him past 2027 elections in terms of doing something for this country? Or you feel like that despite any other politician that Ruto is going to pick, that it doesn't matter? Like for Ruto, it doesn't matter whether he goes for a woman, whether he goes for a man, whether he goes for Raila Odinga or any other person. whom do you feel like President William Ruto, maybe the change of the deputy president will help President William Ruto to run his government in case he is re-elected in 2027 elections? What do you think about the deputy that the president should pick ahead of the 2027 elections? So for President William Ruto, I think they decided that it's just being the politicians that he decided that me, I'm a politician and that is what I'm going to do, deciding that I'm not going to work for Kenyans, that me, I'm going to play politics till the end, because all I'm seeing from President William Ruto is politics and politics and politics. I'm seeing nothing else. You see, like how they reacted to that Koimburi's abductions and all that. That is politics. The like of Kina Adan Duale making some controversial statement. You see, some of these statements come from these people, and you feel like, oh, we are so done. We are so done. If this is a waziri talking like this, if this is a cabinet minister talking like this, then surely we are so done. Then surely there is nothing we can expect from these people. So from this poll is that none, those who voted, the 38,000 Kenyans who voted, prefer none of the above, saying that the 70% really matter. The 70% that voted no should not be ignored, because you see, back in the days they used to say that kelele tu ziko online, kelele ziko, but we've seen that in the latest elections that have been happening in several countries, we've seen social media matters, and the social media has delivered the presidency in some countries, because people used to think that the people on the ground are different from that of social media. No, they are not. These are just people coming online to give their views. So online polls should not be ignored, because we've seen what the online campaign can do, and it can achieve much. This is the reason that these people are so afraid that the online platforms are becoming so influential, and they are so afraid. That's why we have the likes of Aldai MP Mary Keitani coming up with this bill to ensure that they are trying to control the social media platforms. So for President William Ruto, I think I wish that he could at least be different from other politicians. I wish he could just say that I am going to work for Kenyans. I am going to improve the health sector. I'm going to improve the education sector. I am going to improve security of this country. I'm going to ensure that at least I create job opportunities for these people, for the young people of this country, and I'm going to create a good environment for people to conduct their businesses. I wish he could just choose to be a different person, to work for this country, to love Kenya, to love Kenyans, and to ensure that everybody in this country is so happy, or he tries at least to ensure that Kenyans basic needs. But since he has people around who decided to play politics with their lives, then I don't think that Kenyans are so ready to have another 5 years experience with President William Ruto. So I say Khalwale is advising him that he should rethink the kind of a person he's going to pick ahead of the 2027 polls, because he believes that Kindiki is not going to help him, and that he should now go the other side. As I've told you, that Ruto is not going to pick anyone from the mountain. He knows that. He knows that the mountain is so done with him, and so he will have to try and pick from other region. Perhaps I see him, I think he'll pick from Nyanza. Definitely Ruto is going to go for a deputy from Nyanza. That is so open, because now the Nyanza region is one of the regions that have vowed to fully support President William Ruto, and I think as a way of rewarding them, a way of rewarding their support, Ruto is going to pick one of their own to ensure that he cements that vote from the Nyanza region. So politics is going to come, is going to go, but I think that these politicians could ensure that we have a country that is good for all of us. This thing of tribal politics has really messed our country since independence, of politicians playing tribal politics, which is not taking this country anywhere. Kenya, I believe that as a country, we were where we are not supposed to be. I believe that if only these politicians could just choose to love this country, I think that as a country tungekuwa mbali sana, but as it is, looks where we are still struggling. Youth are still struggling to find job opportunities, and the few job opportunities that we have is going for these politicians and all that. So it is really a tough moment for Kenyans and for this country, but I just hope that after the 2027 polls, we're going to have leaders who love this country, because that is what we really desperately need. We really need to elect people who love this country. Once we have people who love this country, that they will ensure that they will do everything to protect this country and ensure that anybody that lives within this country is really live a good life or something closer to that. So that is it for me for today. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.